There are a lot of unused voice lines in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. One of them, which is a character that for some reason is quite surprising, at least for me, that has a lot of unused voice lines in Xenoverse 2 is, of all characters, Demigra, the main bad guy, or rather the final bad guy from the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse game in Xenoverse 2. These voice lines are used, or rather were intended to be used specifically in parallel quests. With that said, take a listen to them.
Only a fool would defy a god. Do you want retribution that much? I will become history's new ruler. I will show you the power of the demon. You think a mere human can defeat a god? You monkey. I'll make you kneel before me. You want to go extinct that much? Namekian? Fool. Insolent fool. Worship me and despair, else you shall die! You've done it now. Insolent fool, you dare defy a god? I will make you regret it! Impossible! How can I lose to that? But how? This cannot happen! I must regroup. Did you think you could escape? Farewell. Damn you! You know what will happen next! What a pathetic display. Let me show you how it's done. Obey me, and victory will be yours. You're already in pieces? Shameful. You're too fragile. I never gave you permission to stop. Now stand up. Is it that time already? I think it's time you wrapped this up. That's right. Right indeed. How could I lose? I am Demigra! Unbelievable! You shall sink into the darkness of history. The time for groveling has passed.
Final form Demigra also has a lot of unused voice lines which were specifically meant to be used in parallel quests. Take a listen.
Your history ends here. I shall grant you a miserable death. Feel the wrath of a demon god! Anyone who interferes with my ambitions will be crushed on the shores of time! No one who sees this form will ever escape alive! You Neanderthal. Don't get too cocky. I never thought I would show my true form to the likes of you. Your death will not be painless. You will suffer for all eternity! Despair, lowly creature, for you have touched upon the wrath of your worst nightmare! Your resistance is futile. You think you've won? Think again! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! How could this be? Change locations. Run. I'll find you. So you finally died. What is this? This power? I will not accept it! I'll erase you right away. Try your best not to get swallowed up in fear. So you're dying already? I have no use for weaklings. Who told you you could fall? Stand up! You're pointlessly wasting time. Hurry up and end it! So, you've defeated the small fry first. Sacrilege! I am a god! My magic is vanishing! It cannot be! Tremble with fear! I can't wait to see how you suffer.
Goku has 3 skills that he cannot use, but the voice lines are in the game regardless. Those skills being scissors, rock, paper, the power pole, the normal version, not the power pole combo or the awoken, and interestingly enough, the Turles' Meteor Burst Ultimate. Now, scissors, rock, paper, and power pole, of course, other versions of him from GT can use this, but Meteor Burst is an odd one. With that said, take a listen to these unused voice lines.
1, 2, rock! Scissors! Paper! Extend! Power pole! That one stung a bit. Time for payback!
Dokkan! Goo! Chuck! Paw! 伸びろ! 匂いば! 少し聞いたぞ! お返しだ!
GT Goku has voice lines from skills that other versions of Goku, GT Goku, for example, Dragon Ball Z Goku can use, but for some reason, GT Goku can't use them, and it's not really a good reason why, given that it's skills that, I guess, like normal skills that he can use. With that said, those skills are Super God Fist, Destructo Disc, Kaioken, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, and the Solar Flare Super Attack. Take a listen to these voice lines.
Take this! Huh? Destructo Disc! Kaioken! Huh? How about this? Ah! I'm about to get serious here! Ah! I'm borrowing your technique! Solar Flare!
くらえ! はっ! 剣山! 海洋剣! はっ! やってやるぜ! ああ! 本気出させてもらうぞ! ああ! 技借りぜ! 海洋剣!
Goten, of all characters, has several voice lines, a lot of voice lines, which suggests that he, at some point, was going to get a bit of an upgrade with lots of new skills. There's a good chance that he would have got most, if not all of these skills, if Goten was one of the 5 characters that received the most votes during the hero vote for new partner customization keys for the then upcoming Canton City Vault DLC pack for Xenoverse 2. These skills include the Spirit Bomb Super Attack, Kamehameha Boost, Scissors, Rock, Paper, the Power Pole Super, not Power Pole Pro, or the Power Pole Combo, Justice Pose for some reason, Kaioken, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, Solar Flare, Dancing Para, and Miracle Knee. Take a listen to these unused Goten voice lines.
Wow! Ha-ha! Kamehame! Ha! 1, 2, rock! Scissors! Paper! Power pole! Extend! Power pole! I am an ally of justice! I laugh at evil! I'm Great Saiyan! Gohan, I did it too! Kaioken! I'm really tired. I won't give up! Solar Flare! It's bright! Here I go! Okay! Right and right, left and left, spin and turn and a great big smile! I love that! Phew! That was close!
Wah! Sorry! Kamehame! Ha! Janken! Goo! Chuck! Pa! 匂いば! 伸びろ! 匂いば! 僕は悪は絶対許せない! 正義の味方! ひひん! グレートサイヤマンだ! 兄ちゃん! 僕もできた! 海洋剣! すっごい疲れる. 我慢我慢! 海洋剣! 眩しい! いくわよ! はい! ライトライト! レフトレフト! くるっとターンで! にっこりスマイル! 楽しいねこれ! ふう! 危なかった!
Teen Gohan has a couple of skills that he has the voice lines for, but he can't actually use these attacks. So once again, if Gohan was one of the few characters, the 5 characters that had won the Hero Vault Partner Customization Key Vault, there's a good chance that he could have received most, if not all 4 of these attacks. Those attacks being Evil Explosion, Explosive Assault, Special Beam Cannon, and Hellzone Grenade.
Explosive! Demon Wave! Ha! 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 Special Beam Cannon! I won't hold back, okay? Ha!
爆力! マハ! ダダダダ! はっ! ダダ! 魔漢光殺法遠慮はしないからな。
Future Gohan has 3 skills that he can't use but has the voices for, those being the Kamehameha Super Attack, Masenko, and Evil Explosion. I'm fairly certain the reason why he can't use these skills is because of, well, he's got one arm, but he has 2 arms, but he can only use one arm. One arm, of course, it's Future Gohan. So I would imagine it's an issue of just the animations not being made. However, apparently there is an animation for the one-handed Kamehameha Super Attack, but I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why they didn't add it in, which is surprising given that we do have a custom preset of Future Gohan. Hopefully in a future update, maybe in a festival update, who knows, they will give these 3 skills, which are pretty good to be fair, to Future Gohan.
Kamehame! Ha! Masenko! Explosive Demon Wave!
カメハメはー魔戦光爆力マハ。
Despite being able to use it back in Xenoverse 1, Krillin can't use Kaioken in Xenoverse 2. Any version, Kaioken times 3 or times 20. But again, in Xenoverse 1 he could. It was removed from Xenoverse 1 to Xenoverse 2. And with that said, there's actually a few skills that he has the voice lines for that he can't use. Those being the Power Pole Super Attack, as I've just mentioned, Kaioken, Kaioken times 3, and Kaioken times 20, the Turtle Style Last Resort Super Attack, Lullaby Punch, Cross Arm Dive, and Super Kamehameha. With that said, off the top of my head, I want to say he can use Super Kamehameha, but it's a different voice line. I'm not entirely sure, but regardless, this is a separate voice line of Krillin using all of these attacks, including what I've just mentioned, the Super Kamehameha Ultimate.
Power Pole! Extend! Power Pole! Kaioken! Ha! I gotta do this! Ah! Don't give out on me! Ah! It's the biggest show in the universe!
Hush, little baby. Don't say a word.
Block this one! Cross arm dive! Ha! Ka! Me! Ha! Me! Ha!
如意棒伸びろ如意棒海王剣はあやるしかないおーりゃ耐えてくれだ韓国びっくりしょ年々コロリよ受けてみよ天空ペケ事件はあかめはめHa!
Yamcha is an interesting character in terms of unused voice lines. Those voice lines being the Spirit Bomb Super Attack, Kamehameha Boost, Power Pole. Once again, this is just Power Pole, not the Power Pole Pro Awoken or the Power Pole combo. Kaioken, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, and do keep in mind, like Krillin, Yamcha had a preset in the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse game where he could use Kaioken, but removed in Xenoverse 2 for whatever reason, I don't know. But also, apart from that, he has voice lines for the Turtle Style Last Resort, Lullaby Punch, Cross Arm Dive, the Scatter Kamehameha Ultimate, and something here which is labeled as RWKV, which apparently, well, the voice line, as you'll hear soon, is Wolf Fang Fist, but apparently if it's a dual ultimate attack, it's labeled at the very end of the attack with a V. So there's a good chance that this, at some point, Yamcha was going to have, and technically our custom characters could technically use it, a sort of dual Wolf Fang Fist dual ultimate. With that said, take a listen to all of those that I've just mentioned.
It's ready! Hit him! Kamehame! Ha! Extend! Power Pole! Kaioken! Ha! Is this gonna work? Yeah! Here we go! Da! The biggest show in the universe! Hush, little baby! Don't say a word! Take this! Cross arm dive! You gotta be kidding! Ha! Go! Here I go! Double Wolf Fang Fist! Sit! できた当たれカメハメはー伸びろ 如意棒海洋拳はあいけるかおりゃごめんだぜだふん万国びっくりしょねえねんコロリよ受けてみな天空ペケ事件冗談じゃないぜはっいけ行くぜダブルローガ夫婦剣せい
Recoome, which rhymes with Doom, is a very I can't sugarcoat it. It's weird. The three skills that he has the voice lines for, which he hasn't used. First, we've got Fighting Poles E. Makes sense. The Fighting Poles skills are Ginyu Force specific skills, so Fighting Poles E, that makes sense. Dancing Power, which I mean, sure, why not? But then the weirdest one, for some reason, he has voice lines associated, or rather, the codes are attached to Maiden Burst, the Maiden Burst Evasive, which is used by characters such as Ribrian and GT Pan. You've got to take a listen to these.
Ginyu Force! Recoome! Here I go! Okay, right. Left and left. Spin and turn and a big old smile. Can't you add more pizzazz to that? Yahoo! Hi! Ginyu 特戦隊 Recoome!
行くわよはい Right レフトぐるっとターンでにっこりスマイルもっとビシッと決められないのやっほーHi!
Kid Trunks has a couple of skills that he has the voices for, and there's a good chance we would have got most, if not all of these, if he had won the Conton City Vault. I believe he was in there. If not, don't worry about it. Those skills being Burning Attack, Dancing Para, the Super Kamehameha Ultimate, and Miracle Knee. Side note, there was a preset of Kid Trunks in Xenoverse 1 which did have Super Kamehameha, but for whatever reason, that preset was removed from Xenoverse 1 to Xenoverse 2, so we can't, as of right now, use Super Kamehameha on Kid Trunks. Weirdly enough, again, like I just said, he had this in Xenoverse 1. Take a listen to the voices.
What? Go! Here I go! Okay, right and right, left and left, spin and turn, and a great big smile! This gotta be the lamest thing on earth. Bam! Ha! Oops, no, I've got it!
What? いけいくわよはいライトレフトくるっとターンでにっこりスマイル果てしなくダサいくらえはーうっといや余裕
Videl has a couple of interesting skills that she has the voices for, but she can't use. Those being the Pale Pole Super Attack, Volleyball, Fist, Dynamite, Kick, and Maiden Burst. Take a listen to those just mentioned.
Power pole, extend! Power pole! Here I go! Toss! Attack! Huh? Dynamite kick! Watch me work my magic! Honestly? Would you just give up?
伸びろ如意棒いくわよトスアタックはあダイナマイトキック直伝の技を食らいなさいもういい加減観念なさい
Majin Buu has a couple of skills which make sense for him to have, but for some reason he can't use them. Those being Quick Sleep, the Rolling Hercule Punch, Present for You, and Angry Shout. It's weird, or just interesting at least, why he can't use any of these, given that Majin Buu does have a custom preset.
Rolling Hercule Punch! Lucky! Here you go! Ah!
ほっほほローリングサタンパンチさあどうぞうだ
Super Buu has several skills that other versions of Majin Buu can use, but for some reason, Super Buu cannot use these, but the voices are ready to go in the game's files for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Super Buu was a vaultable option in the Hero Vault from the Conton City DLC for future partner customization keys, so there's a very good chance he would have got most of these skills if he actually won as a future partner customization, custom preset, whatever you want to call it, given that all but one of these skills are Majin Buu skills, those being Innocence Cannon, Explosive Boo Boo Punch, Quick Sleep, Pearl Flash, the Teleporting Vanishing Ball Ultimate, the Candy Beam Evasive, specifically the Evasive, and Victory Cannon, which Victory Cannon is a Gotenks Evasive. Take a listen to the unused voice lines for Super Buu.
You are in the way! Hi! Turn into candy! Moron!
お前邪魔だおっへへへおほおほはっやっはーえへはーふっやっはーキャンディーになれバカ
Kid Buu has several skills that he can't use but has the voices for, and at least two of them are quite interesting. Those being the normal Kamehameha super attack, not the Majin Kamehameha, just the standard, basic, iconic Kamehameha super attack, Evil Ray Strike and Evil Ray Strike, which are Gohan skills, Kid Gohan skills, interestingly enough, Angry Hit, Ill Rain, and the Candy Beam Evasive. Not the super attack, the evasive skill. Vegito, Yosha in the comments, has access to basically 4 awoken skills, or rather not access to, but he has the voices, so hopefully in a future update he will get access to those. We'll go over those in a moment, but the other unused voice lines that he has include voices to use the Spirit Bomb super attack, Destructo Disc, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, the Solar Flare super attack, and of all things, a voice line for Super Saiyan 2, but not 3. Just for Super Saiyan 2. With that said, this is really interesting to me. Take a listen to Vegito's unused voice lines.
Give me energy! Take this! Destructo Disc! Kaioken! Kaioken times 3! Solar Flare! Guess I'm Super Vegito 2 now!
俺に元気をくらえ気炎山はあ海洋圏3倍海洋圏うわー太陽圏スーパーベジット2ってとこか
Did you know that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has voice lines for both Spirit Bomb and the Super Spirit Bomb Ultimate, which are identical, the Destructo Disc super attack, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, and the Solar Flare super attack, but he can't use these, which is unfortunate because we do have a custom preset for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he even has like time skip, so him not having these skills, which are granted mostly Goku based abilities, is a little bit disappointing. But regardless of that, do make sure you take a listen to the unused voice lines for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Give me energy! Take this! Destructo Disc! Kaioken! Kaioken times 3!
Yeah! Solar flare!
俺に元気をくらえぬ飛燕山海洋圏3倍海洋圏うわー太陽圏
Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, this is the version from Dragon Ball Z, has voice lines for 2 ultimate attacks, which would be really cool if he had them, but he just doesn't have them, and that's a shame because he has a custom preset and even a festival preset. Those 2 ultimates being the Dragon Fist ultimate, weirdly enough, and then Final Flash.
Dragon Fist! Final Flash! Recoome! Final Flash!
God of Destruction Beerus has a couple of skills which he has the voices for, but he can't use, and I'm not really too disappointed about this one specifically, even though we do have a custom preset of Beerus. But these 3 skills are Scissors, Rock, Paper, which is probably a reference to Rock, Paper, Scissors against Oolong in the Battle of the Gods movie, Lullaby Punch, and Dancing Para.
Let's play. Rock! Scissors! Paper! I'm the one who wants to go home and sleep, you know. Huh? We're doing this? Okay. A right and a right. Left, left, left. Spin and turn. And a great big smile. I'm better than Vegeta, no?
じゃんけんグーチョキパーほはー寝たいのは僕なんだけどねおやっちゃうはいライトライトレフトレフトくるっとターンでにっこりスマイルベジータよかましだろ
Pan from Dragon Ball GT has several voice lines which she can't use the attacks which the voice lines are associated with. These being, before I play them, Scissors, Rock, Paper, the Power Pole, Super Attack, Masenko, Volleyball Fist, Hawk Charge, Dynamite Kick, and the Rolling Hercule Punch, despite the latter, the last one, being available for her to use in Xenoverse 1, but another skill that was removed from a character from Xenoverse 1, going on to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
1, 2, rock, scissors, paper, purple, extend, power pole, huh, Masenko. Here I go. Toss, attack. It goes like this. Here I go. Dynamite kick, mega ultra super dynamite kick. Yeah. Rolling Hercule punch.
じゃんけんグーチョキパーにょいぼ伸びろにょいぼはっマセコいくよトスアタック確かこんな感じいくよダイナマイトキック超ウルトラスーパーダイナマイトキックひゃっローリングサタンパンチ
Of all the characters that you could have picked for this next one, this is probably like the least likely, or like if I had to guess like 100 characters, I probably wouldn't even guess this one here. Omega Shenron has a voice line to use the Solar Flare Super Attack. Now, in fairness, I think this one wasn't added, or it's not been added yet, because this would make Omega Shenron an even better character. He's a decent character, he's got a ton of health, especially on his custom preset. But yeah, there's a voice line, an unused voice line, as right now on Omega Shenron in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, of him using the Solar Flare Super. It's not the Festival Evasive, it's just the Super version. Take a listen to it.
Solar flare!
Kaioken
Solar flare!
Kaioken
Did you know that there are voice lines for base form Goku Black for him to use the Destructo Disc Super Attack, Kaioken, Kaioken times 3, Kaioken times 20, and the Solar Flare Super Attack? Take a listen.
Die! Kaioken! Solar flare!
切り裂けてや海洋圏見せてやるうわー 太陽拳